Good morning, everyone. Yeah, early session. It's non-farm payroll Friday. 3 minutes until the release, I believe. Yeah, it's 8:27. 3 minutes. Go ahead and run up that like button for me. So everything will be considered after. Everything is going to be considered. Every PD array will only be considered after the news release. Anything can happen right at the news release, so I'm not going to have a hardline bias. It would be nice to see if we do clean up the sell side here from yesterday, though, however. Let me go to NASDAQ. NASDAQ trading up into this fair value gap right now. The small little one. I did see some downside. We have sell side here on DXY trading up into this order block. Sell side down here as well. One more minute. Don't gamble. Don't place positions ahead of the news release because you're most likely going to lose your ass. I mean, you might get lucky, but eventually you'll lose your ass if you keep doing that. So alright, there's the news release. You can see that crazy 1 minute candle. Let's see if NASDAQ blew out that short-term low here. Nope, it didn't. Let's check Dow. Dow did not. Let's see what DXY did at the release. Okay, so dollar index went straight for that sell side that I mentioned literally 2 minutes ago. We are digging up into this breaker here, this large down close candle at the swing low, and then high, higher high, and then shifts below that, this breaker here. No gambling being done here. I'm just simply annotating at a news release. We're not trading until at least 9:30. Possibly 8:50, but I'm not going to force anything, so. And if you've already had a profitable week like I did, like there's no need to really trade in the first place, so. So nothing too crazy going on here. So to me, it looks like it wants to come and take these engineered lows here. And how we react once we sweep that sell side is going to be important to me. Alright, so that low was just swept. You can clearly see that these lows were engineered. I mean, literally look right at the opening, slams right down, leaves it intact, trades higher, and then what does it do? It just trades right through it for those who are trying to get long. There's that sell side from yesterday taken. And from yesterday's low to the high we made, we're right about 79% retracement level right now. Let's go check NASDAQ. NASDAQ institutional order flow entry drill right here, and then goes to the sell side. Yeah, that low was swept as well. So how we act now that we swept these lows, is very important to me for this morning. And then we also are trading into this 15-minute order block. I could probably take this off. You guys saw the sell side being swept. So I want to see how we act now that we've hit that 15-minute order block and swept the sell side. Go ahead and run up that like button for me. We got 22 viewers. At least get me to 10. Come on. Alright, now we are trading up into this inefficiency right here. And I want to see if we respect it or if we get above it and treat it as inversion. By the way, this blue shaded area, it's just this blue little daily fair value gap right here. Alright, let's see. Sorry for the back and forth on my screen here, but approximately consequent encroachment of this wick here on the daily time frame. Check out this 15-minute candle though. Very nice rejection off of this order block here. Now I want to see if we can get above this inefficiency and come back down, treat it as support. So I want to see if Dow made that lower low as well. Okay, yes it did. Buy side above here, keep in mind. So what did ES do? ES, right at the 8:30 opening, opens, trades the whole way down, matches this low. Why does it do that? Because people that are buying, once they see this move higher off that low, they're going to think buy here. And then it trades way above the opening into this inefficiency here, which is these two black lines. And it slams lower into discounted raise and the sell side. And now it looks like it wants to drive it back up. So you can clearly see the manipulation. Very obvious manipulation here. So to me, it looks like this would be our Judah swing for the morning, and then I think it's gonna come and reach up for this buy side here, as well as this. Let me go up a time frame. 1 hour inefficiency. Now, obviously, there's a chance that doesn't happen, and I'm wrong, but that's just what I see for potential upside. Let's see if NASDAQ made that higher high. Not quite. And I'm going to go back to the dollar index. Okay, dollar index, nice retracement. Optimal trade entry right there on the dollar index. Beautiful. The sell side I mentioned ahead of time for those that were here, that was swept right at the opening of non-farm payroll. And in terms for more downside, I believe this can be a potential target on the dollar index. So that to me doesn't look too out of reach. And just for measurement purposes, we'll see if we can get down to at least -1 standard deviation. Alright, let's go back to ES. Respected this inefficiency as a balanced price range. No real reason for it to come down and fill in this gap here, just because this should act as a balanced price range, this high to the low. Now, although I do believe we can come up and sweep this buy side and get into this inefficiency, I kind of just want to wait for the 9:30 opening to try to outline any type of setups. I do love what we did here, though, in terms of sweeping the sell side and trading into discount arrays, and then very hard rejection off of that. Not only did we fill in this 1 hour gap, we also did trade into this 1 hour order block. See that? Boom. Now, if we're going to go higher, you want to see it dig through that up close candle, as well as these up close candles, which is these two candles makes one order block on the 15-minute time frame. So you see how we trade into the low there. Yeah, Duke, correct. Let's run with that like button for me. Please and thank you. But yeah, for those of you that are watching, you can clearly see that I'm not, you know, overly excited like some other streamers might be, and trying to just be like, just trying to like force setups, trying to trade. If you guys already saw what I did, it's already been a very well profitable week, so there's no need for me to put on unnecessary risk on a Friday on a non-farm payroll day. So if an A+ setup comes to me, what's that A+ setup? I'll have a video out on that. But anyways, yeah, if we find an A+ setup, then yeah, of course, I'll take an execution, sure. This right here, this could have been a good buy, in my opinion, on this inversion fair value gap. I just didn't want to stay at real time because I just don't like encouraging trading on non-farm payroll just because what it does to a lot of people's accounts. But 4-5-30, you could have taken your full profit at 8.5 handles, or you could have just taken a partial here, and then you would be leaving a runner on for 4547.75. We gotta see what NASDAQ's doing, because NASDAQ was the leader to the upside. Okay, so NASDAQ reaching a little higher there. So yeah, very clear Judo swing at the 8:30 opening. This move down here. I hate having too much stuff on my chart, but it's necessary to have. Alright, so we're tracing back into that 5-minute fair value gap here. See that? Let's see here. So yeah, I want to see if we can use this 5-minute fair value gap here to then propel higher towards the buy side. Same thing with NASDAQ. Just ever so slightly dips into there. And then you would want to see it rush to this inefficiency here, this small little one. Let me see if I got it good. And then once it gets above this, you want to see it not come back to it at all, or if it does, treat it as support. There was also a volume imbalance in there I traded into. And you can also take midpoint of this wick. It would be okay for it to come down to the midpoint there. Obviously, I don't think it's going to do that, but if it did, that would be okay. So yeah, this has been my draw on liquidity the entire morning, even before the non-farm payroll release. This isn't like cherry picked, and I didn't put this here after price already aggressively started trading higher. So, so yeah, there's that, and then we're just gonna wait and see what price does. Let's check out the NASDAQ, NQ. Also dipped into this 1 minute gap here. Within this 5 minute fair value gap, of course. I'm gonna go to the dollar index quick. So yeah, once again, I'm gonna be waiting until the 9:30 opening to be able to outline any type of high probability setup. Even though I believe we are gonna propel higher into my target here, I just don't really need to. I really don't even need to trade today because you guys already saw what happened with my week. In terms of profitability, so there's really no need for me to gain anymore. So whenever you're content with your profits, you don't need to add unnecessary risk. In short. So like I said, I want to see it rush through this inefficiency and then come back down into it and treat it as inversion. That's exactly what it just did. Let's see if NASDAQ went into a new high. Not quite. But yeah, guys, even though I'm not taking any trades, so back then before I was a, I guess, live streamer, and I didn't live stream to my trading and whatnot, I probably would not, like, I would be looking at the charts in hindsight, but I wouldn't really be in the charts that much today after I already made 2% of my account on the week. So yeah, I just normally that's what I used to do. I just wouldn't even be on the charts at all, because then I'd be enticed to take a trade, and that's not what I want to do on a Friday. But nonetheless, beautiful signatures playing out that I'm annotating real time here, as you guys can obviously see. I'll change the color on this just to, I don't know. So this would be the 5-minute fair value gap. But anyways, everything I already outlined. I marked the sell side out ahead of time. Down here. We came down, drew to swing right at the non-farm payroll, drew to swing, lulling traders in to go short. Sweeps the sell side, trades into a discount order block and inefficiency. Respects that. These engineered lows as well. Clear manipulation. They obviously engineered these lows here for people to get long off of, and then it just trades right through it with no resistance at all. And then we get our displacement higher after we get into this discount arrays. We go higher. No need for it to retrace down into this inefficiency or here, because this high to this low should act as a balanced price range now that we're getting back up. So what does it do? It comes back down a little bit, retraces into this balanced price range here, respects that very high end of that, and propels off of that. That right there was I said could be a long, and you would be targeting this high right here. You would either take your full profit up here, or you would take a partial and leave a runner on for the buy side I have labeled. Then we shift higher once more, dip into this 5-minute imbalance. Let me go back. Boom, right there. And then we aggressively trade above this opposing gap, and then we trade back down into it, treating it as support. And then we've went into a new high just now. Now let's look and see what it does now that it's dipping into this inefficiency. And then you also want to monitor midpoint of this wick right here. This wick right here. Extend it out. Boom. See what it does. And this black line will be the high of the 1 hour fair value gap. So that should act as support as well. So that's this right here. I mean, yeah, Duke, not only market manipulation, there's manipulation in everything. Like, obviously, there's a whole list I can go to with things that are manipulated outside of trading. But if we're specifically talking about trading, a lot of the quote-unquote mentors, influencers out there, they manipulate their viewers. It's easier than you think, because there's a lot of frauds out there, as you know. So there's manipulation in that. There's manipulation in the markets that I just outlined here. The prop firms are manipulating you to take your money, and they're laughing to the bank as you lose your account. Yeah. It's a dirty world. But, I mean, it's probably always going to be like that, so I guess we got to get used to it, huh? Yep, Inferno, right on, yep. Totally agree. Showing initial support at the high of this 1 hour imbalance. And what else? The midpoint of this wick. You can clearly see it. This is not cherry picked or hindsight because I'm literally annotating everything real time, and it's just so happens to be doing what I'm saying. It's not going to be like this every day. Sometimes I'll be wrong, obviously. But respects the midpoint of the wick there and the low of this 1 hour imbalance. Let me flip over to NQ, see what's going on in NQ land. Alright, so 20 more minutes until the 9:30 opening. I want to see what we do at the 9:30 opening. That's what I'm mostly interested in. So anyone that took this long that I annotated real time, that would be approximately 11 handles. And 11 handles on non-farm payroll Friday, I mean, that's beautiful to me. You can just take your full profit right up here, honestly. Like, notice I have this level, these higher targets. I have all of them annotated. But you don't even need to be right. You don't need to be right at all about it going the whole way up here to be profitable. Literally just from the 1 minute time frame, you have 11 handles here, and then you can just take your profit and you don't even care if it gets up to the levels that you thought it was going to go to. So that's the beauty in trading. Being right isn't always being profitable. Having the right psychology and risk management is it's what makes you profitable, right? Alright, so guys, I can't believe I'm still saying this, but because it's been since last Friday, so that's a little alarming there. I'm almost there. I'm almost completely not sick. I'm like 95% good now, okay? I still have some type of pain in my throat here, and yeah, I don't know. I really don't even know what's going on, honestly, but I don't need a fucking doctor, because all they're going to probably do is try to give me some bullshit pill, or, like, I don't know, dude. You don't need a doctor, okay? Just natural remedies. Get your diet right. Drink some water, take some sea moss. Do all that shit. You don't need the doctor's fucking pills. You don't need their bullshit. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because then YouTube's probably going to... Yeah, I just don't want to deal with all that YouTube bullshit. It is a little concerning, though, that I've been sick. I've had a lingering sickness since last Friday, though, because normally I wouldn't be sick for that long. And honestly, before I got sick this week, it's actually been like years. Like, I want to say years since I actually like legitimately got sick. And obviously that just comes from, you know, having the right diet and being healthy and whatnot. But yeah, no, literally this is the first time I got sick in a while. Yeah, you're right. I got time on my side. I'm young. By the way, I did not right after the stream, I'm gonna hop off. I have everyone's name written down on a small piece of paper that every single one of my private members on YouTube here. So anyone that can type in this chat here would be a private member, obviously. I have all their names. I'm gonna shuffle them all up, and I'm just gonna pick the first name that pops up, and whoever that is will be receiving all of my trading profits for an entire week. And yeah, that's all needs to be said about that. So a little consolidation, but you can see the precision around the midpoint of this wick within this 1 minute imbalance and at the high of this 1 hour imbalance. So yeah, once again, for anyone that's just happening in the stream, we had the buy side and the higher targets outlined literally as soon as the stream started, right before the non-farm payroll release. Nothing. I didn't just like do that once I saw this big move to the upside or anything like that. Nothing just like cherry picked or nothing like no weird business going on. What's up, Sean? What's going on, man? More to Mad Cats. Let's flip over to NASDAQ, see what's going on there. So, found initial support at this 5 minute gap once more. Obviously, I believe these these highs are going to be swept. But just wait until the 9:30 opening to form a narrative. And I believe, yeah, 13 more minutes, so sit tight. Alright, we got 43 people watching now. Can we get to 30 likes potentially? Is that too much to ask? $30 would be cool. I lost a like after saying that. Huh. Well, nonetheless, I appreciate you guys watching and finding value in my streams, nonetheless. That's all. So, yeah, I'm actually going to double that just so you can see it better. Midpoint of that wick there. So, yes, even wicks you can use as inversion, not just fair value gaps or order blocks. So yeah, just waiting for that 9:30 open to. I think at the 9:30 open we'll probably do something like wick down a little bit, and then if it loads, gravitate towards that buy side. But yeah, it clearly you see all the wicking back and forth. So, like I said though, if you caught this long that we outlined real time, I mean, 11.5 handles, take your full profit there and you're done. I mean, That's really good. It's 11 handles on non-farm payroll. I mean, that's perfect. Way to end your week. You don't even need to be right about it going to the buy side to be profitable. Alright, so this sell side that I mentioned is getting tapped into right now on the dollar index. Let's check the daily time frame. So really nothing I can target on the daily time frame for the dollar index. But we are trading to this small little gap here. But past that, I don't want to keep calling lower targets for dollar index because I don't think it's going to be that large range of a day. But for lower, in terms of lower targets, it would be this low, and then this gap down here. But nonetheless, DXY traded to our initial targets, which was down here and here. So look how many times these levels that I outlined ahead of time was respected here. Even if it trades through it eventually, you can still see the initial precision here. Not only that, we do have this order block here, this big beefy down close candle. Why is it an order block? Because it trades lower, shifts higher, it changes the state of delivery, creates this wick, and it creates this imbalance, and it trades above this high. So that's why that would be a good order block for me. Not an entry order block, just an order block that I'm outlining. 6 more minutes until that 9:30 opening. I'm going to go ahead and take this off because I don't need it anymore. So yeah, guys, anytime I have an eyeball sitting somewhere, that's like my draw on liquidity. I don't need to keep saying it, but yeah, anytime you see an eyeball, that's where I want to see price draw to. And once again, I know I keep saying it, but you don't even need to trade it. You don't even need it to trade up there, and you don't even need to be right about that to be profitable. We already would have had a long here, outline the long real time, and then we'd be up 11 and a half handles. Take your profit. You're done. Or just take your partials and stops to break even, or just below this 5-minute gap. Actually, no, I'd probably still leave it at break even, and then leave a runner on for that main terminus. $41 people watching. Let's get up to 30 likes. We need 2 more likes to get up there. Very much appreciated if you guys do that for me. My goal of the live streams here is to spread the knowledge that I have obtained and potentially make you guys some money as well. And yeah. Four more minutes till that opening. Beautiful morning, beautiful morning. And then, by the way, this long here, once you get into 850 to 910, you see within that time window where the highs were swept. So you had that macro on your side. Even though it didn't do too much, it still did sweep through highs. That's all you really need. But these clean lows were just kind of swept just like that. These two down close candles make up one fractal order block. Just extend the opening out. Beautiful. Let's go see what's going on in NASDAQ, NQ. So I wouldn't be surprised if the 9:30 opening drove it down a little bit and then traded above these highs, because this would be viewed as like a bull flag. I actually know people that are profitable trading these, but I do like to see these swept sometimes though. So yeah, I'd like to see it sweep to that high. Yes, sir, Rome. That's what I like to hear, because that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to, other live stream. I'm sure most of the live streamers, they're only live stream. Like, I can't say this for sure because I don't know all of them, but I mean, it's more likely than not that they're just live streaming just to like showboat and be like, look at me, look at this trade I took. Oh yeah, beat their chest, whatnot, whatever dumb shit they do, but. Anyway, if you're coming to my stream, you're just, I mean, maybe you don't want to learn, maybe you just want to watch for entertainment, or try to fade me for like ego purposes, I don't know. But other than that, if you're coming here, my purpose here is to just spread my knowledge and share my trades, all of my trades. Nothing's hidden. And yeah. there's been several people that, you know, messaged me and told me they got funded, this, that, and third by watching my streams. That's not like me bragging or anything, but that's just, you know, I like to hear that type of stuff. That's all. All right, 930 just dropped. Like I said, I want to see it drive it down and then propel higher right at this 930 opening. That's what I want to see. I could be wrong, but that's what I want to see, all in all. See if we can maybe blow out this short-term low and dip into the lower end of this 5-minute gap, potentially. Same thing with NASDAQ though. I want to see it. It didn't quite break this low, but I want to see it. I wanted to see it dip down a little bit and then propel higher, right for that 930 opening. So even if it doesn't, it'd be preferred if it were to sweep like this short-term low or something like that and then go higher. But this will be enough to send it higher. And what do you know? Look how cherry picked this was. Look how hindsight that was. I said at the 930 open, I want to see it drive down a little bit and then slam through these highs. Now, I don't want to give you the wrong impression and make you think that predicting price or whatever, like that's something to be like happy about, because it's really not. Because if you think about it for 1 second, anyone that predicts price or says I want to see price go this way, you literally, if you just think about it, you literally have a 50-50 chance of being right. Those are some good chances, because the market can either go down or up. So, I mean, it's real easy to look smart and like look like you know what you're talking about. Because, I mean, literally, if you're quote-unquote predicting price, you literally have a 50-50 chance of being right. So don't get caught up thinking that predicting and quote-unquote being right about price is, like, something to, like, you know, beat your chest about. So anyone that took this long here, that would be 13.5 handles now. You would have taken your partials up here, and once again leaving that runner for up here. And we do have fair value being held up at this old new week opening gap. I don't know if it's gonna get the wholly up here, but all in all, the buy side and this 1 hour imbalance is what I'm looking at here. And all the new viewers that are in here, you can just, I mean, if you're curious and think that I just put these levels up here just because of how we aggressively traded higher, just go rewind to the very beginning of the stream. You can see ahead of non-farm payroll, I had everything that I have annotated up here. This was here ahead of the non-farm payroll release. And I'm not trying to brag. Like, that's not me bragging or anything. I'm just trying to let you know. Preferably, I want to see this act as a breakaway gap. You don't want it to come back down into here. It can come back down into here. But yeah, this would be a breakaway gap. And obviously you guys can see, like, oh, well, why are you not trading it then if you're so confident and whatnot? There's that buy side just purge right there. As I already explained, you guys saw from my earlier live streams that I already hit my profit target, so no need to add on risk. So there's that buy side swept that we had annotated hours in advance. So beautiful delivery there. Now I want to see if it can get up to this imbalance. NASDAQ swept the highs as well. Beautiful. Another thing to look at is for targeting purposes, wanted to see it dip up into this inefficiency here. But yeah, I don't really know what to do now that price pretty much did everything that I wanted to do. I annotated everything real time. I literally placed an entire setup in your guys' hands. It's up to you if you want to put that at risk or not. But all in all, that would be 17, almost 18 handles there. That to me is beautiful. And now I want to see if it reaches up into this 1 hour imbalance. I believe we are going to expand up into that. So this to me would be a high probability draw up here. We got 50 people watching. Let's hit that like button, please. Please and thank you. If we can get up to 40 likes. That'll help me reach and spread knowledge to as many people as possible, and encourage me to keep doing these streams and whatnot. So yeah, honestly, in my opinion, this is a very great trading week. It's been beautiful. Aside from Monday and Tuesday, it's been an amazing trading week. Caught some setups in front of you guys live as well. Not all of my trades are going to be in the last year. Sometimes, I just want to chill and, take my own executions, That's reasonable, but most of my executions are live and in front of you guys. Nothing held back, of course. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird because normally I'm still trying to outline setups and whatnot by like 10 o'clock hour, somewhere in the middle of there. But I mean, I pretty much already outlined everything we needed to outline this morning. So all right, I'll say this. I'll stay into the stream, and once we hit this 1 hour inefficiency, then I'll end the stream. So a little retracement into this 5-minute inefficiency created at the 9:30 opening. I want to see it at least get down into here. US 500. So Mike, oh yeah, that's right. We already had this discussion. You're not from the US, I'm assuming. Alright, boom. So we did get down into here. Let's go check the NAS. So very hard rejection after sleeping that buy side here on NASDAQ. See that? See that wick on the 50-minute time frame? Looks to me, yeah, we did get into this 15-minute inefficiency on the NASDAQ. And up into a premium. I'm still not convinced that we're done, though, in terms of upside potential. Still not convinced. So for NASDAQ, I think it would be okay for it to come down and sweep some form of sell stops for those that have been buying and making money on this higher move. So that to me is alright. But then again, it already hit our main target. So, I mean, for anyone that took that trade and hopefully got out, I mean, we're already done for the day. Who cares what it does for the rest of the day, you know? Like, that should be your mindset. Once you get your profits, you just, close the charts. It's been a great day. Close the charts and then, go enjoy your day. There's no need to stare at the charts all day at all. I used to think that's what you had to do, but it's 1,000% not. So back into this 5-minute gap. Wrong time frame. There we go. So ES and NASDAQ tell me two different things here. Let's see what the Dow's doing. Probably nothing great, but yeah, just back and forth. Beautiful run though on the Dow as well. I do not like the Dow though at all. Hideous. No. So you would want to see NASDAQ follow suit with ES and rush through this inefficiency here. I like how it's working up to the midpoint of this wick. You want to see this? You don't want to see it hang around in this gap here. You want to see it institutional order flow entry drill and then propel into this imbalance. So every short-term target has been hit. Now we're just looking for our last target to be hit, which is this imbalance. And potentially up to this new week opening gap, which technically holds fair value for large funds. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say there. Alright, we got 53 viewers. Let's get up to 40 likes at least. Please and thank you. Would be very much appreciated. Once again, for all my private members there, I just making sure all of you heard. All of your names are written down. I'm gonna randomly select one time, and whoever I select will be receiving a week's worth of Trading profits. That's the last time I'm gonna say that. I just want to make sure the message is clear so everyone knows, and by the time I announce it, they're, you know, attentive. By the way, there don't if you don't have Apple Pay, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry, because chances are we live very far from each other. I can't just give you cash, and I don't like Cash App. I don't like PayPal. None of that. So if you don't have Apple Pay, I'm sorry, I can't do it for you. So, but if you do have Apple Pay, you're in luck if your name is selected. And I will be doing this one time per month. But yeah, once again, if you don't have Apple Pay, it's I'm just not gonna do it. Let's go to NASDAQ, see what's going on there. So NASDAQ retraced up into this 1 minute imbalance, and it's probably going to sweep these clean lows here. So yeah, NASDAQ now getting very animated after sweeping that high and returning to this previous new week opening gap. Would you look at that? People trading the Head and Shoulders, making profit this morning. I saw a post not too long ago. They were like, "Wait a minute, I just realized that the ICT 2022 can't even speak. Wait a minute, I just realized that the ICT 2022 model is Head and Shoulders pattern." And then I looked at the chart. I was like, "Well, damn, he's right. It is." But I mean, shit, with time of day and narrative, you could be profitable with it, of course. Just with simply trading Head and Shoulders. I know guys making money doing that. They just have proper psychology and risk management. All right, I want to see. We have a breaker here. One more leg to get to 40. There's lots of buy side at up there at 40 legs, so I want to see it draw up into 40 legs there. I know that was corny. Sorry, guys. All right, so I want to see how it acts now that it's retracing up into this breaker. As well as the imbalance within the breaker, and then we would be targeting these short-term lows down here for those who have been making money going higher. So even though, see how close we got to our next upside target? I wanted to see it, well, too much stuff on the chart. I wanted to see it get up into here. It fell short of that, and it all it wanted was the buy side, clearly, for now. And that's why I was stressing you guys, take partials. Don't, you know, be stupid and push your edge. And we are getting into this order block here. If it wants to really get animated, it would rush through this down close candle and then come sweep these sell side lows here. So far respecting the breaker and imbalance. See what's going on in NASDAQ. Boom, right here. So I believe Yeah, we got about to that 62% retracement level relative to Wednesday's high. So for now, the intraday target would be these sell side lows right here once again. Alright, so you see how it respects the breaker and midpoint of the wick here on the breaker. Precision. And then this would be our breakaway gap here. It creates that breakaway gap because we have the imbalances in here. So this low to this high is a balanced price range. No need for it to hang around up into this area. So yeah, the draw to me is these short-term lows right here. If it really wants to get animated, it'll come down to this imbalance. But yeah, just fell barely even a handle short of that 1 hour imbalance we were looking for. I believe we did dip up into the daily fair value gap though, so that would be enough for it to send it lower. So to me, it looks like NASDAQ actually wants to come for that 830 low, clear sell side. And potentially going later on into the day, we could be wanting to come for these lows as well. And what time is it? It's 9:56. Okay, beautiful. By the way, these black lines, it's the old 1 hour inefficiency. So now that we got below it, you'd want to see it come up and respect this high. What a morning. What a day to be a trader. So yeah, I would say the next draw on liquidity would be the 830 low down here, because we've already done all the work to the upside. So so I guess I'll place a paper trade here. Paper trading obviously signed into that because we already got all our profits on our live account as well. AMP Live futures, of course. So I'll be putting this here, but our partial will be taken right here. So we're risking $400 for $2,000, essentially. And it doesn't need to come back into this 5-minute imbalance because it's a balanced price range up here. So That's the narrative on that. And then ideally, I'd want to have my stop above this candle right here. Because obviously we don't want to see it come up to this imbalance, but it can. So NASDAQ getting very animated. Look, take a look here though. Look at this 5-minute imbalance here. And then once it gets below that, what does it do? Shifts below it with meaning, and then dips right up into that imbalance within this old 5-minute fair value gap and respects the very low end of that. So beautiful. So once again, I want to see if it reaches down for the sell side here. But keep in mind we did trade into this discount imbalance, so you'd want to see how it's respecting it so far. You'd want to see it respect that still. So if anyone did go short up here, the only thing I wanted to see was these short-term lows being blown out. But you can see entering in a premium, and then you you could be exiting down here at the discount imbalance. You don't even need to hold for sell side down there. So premium imbalance to discount imbalance. So that's all that is. So that's a beautiful trade right there. So let's go back to ES quick. And a partial will be taken as soon as we get down to here. And this is demo dollars. This is paper trading. I want to get that clear. I'm not risking any live funds because we already got our live funds profits for the week. No need to add on risk. So boom, I'll take a partial there. Partial taken at the imbalance right here. So I'm actually going to take this one off because I don't need it. I'll just keep the green lines rolling because that looks cool. So trader is paid with demo dollars. And then we're going to hold for terminus. So see what happens now that I took a partial. I got paid. Took a partial profit, got paid. And then now that $500 risk I had turns into $260 risk for $1,000. So you can see the power of partials there. So yeah, we framed a long setup real time, and now we're framing a short setup real time. So this just goes to show that you can trade both sides of the market and be profitable in one day. If you know what you're doing, of course. Let's flip over to NASDAQ. So NASDAQ getting real close to that sell side. Very juicy. So I actually do want to come to ES here and show how the opening can be used both ways. So the Judah swing this morning at 8:30, boom, right there. That Judah swing was used to low traders and going lower. And then that Judah swing, the purpose of that was for it to swing up into buy side here in premium Murray's. And now that we did that, you take the 9:30 opening, 9:30 Judah swing to the upside, which cleared the buy side, and then goes to where it really wants to go, which is lower. So yeah, guys, shit, my voice. I'd really be lying to you right now if I didn't say that I wish I was signed to my AMP Live futures account right now rather than paper trading. I do not like paper trading, but when I'm live streaming, I will do it if I'm already profitable for the week and not wanting to put on more risk. But yeah, I'd be lying if I didn't say that, but it's all good. Be content with enough. The markets don't owe me shit, and I'm blessed to even be able to carve anything out of these markets in terms of profits, live profits. Hey, that's what's up, Sean. Love to hear that. Obviously, I didn't get short till the second leg of distribution, but yeah, this breaker here would be a beautiful short. The only reason why I didn't short that when it was up there, I'll be honest, is because we fell short of that imbalance, and I wanted to see it get into that at least. But clearly, the market had other plans. All right, so now that we're this low, obviously stops can go to break even. And the reason why I was confident with my stop placement is whenever I said this low to high is a balanced price range, no need for it to hang around in there if it wants to go lower. Welcome, Marco Zaman. Is it Zaman or Z-Man? Glad to have you here. Sean, by the way, I hope you mean that when you say done for the day. you got if you shorted that breaker, you got more than enough today. No need to take more trades. Let's flip over to NASDAQ. Alright, so NASDAQ cleared that sell side. ES just has to catch up. Now, I believe it is a good chance that NASDAQ will come down and sweep these lows. I'm not going to go ahead and call that today because I don't want you thinking that you need to have your take profit down there because you don't. Whoops. I mean, this right here, shorting here down to here, that's beautiful. Oh, I got both of the guesses wrong. Damn it. Well, I'll be damned. So if you look at the 15-minute time frame, we've got about midpoint of that wick. That could be another partial. Actually, no, not midpoint. I think it's actually farther than the midpoint. Yeah, about to the midpoint. That could be a partial right there. But yeah, I'm willing to go through a retracement. I'm not gonna aggressively trail my stop because really I already made like $400 on that partial, and then what? I'd be losing $50. I mean, come on now. And then these green, okay, I have to reset price scale. These green lines right here, you want to see if it respects this imbalance. Let's go to Dow. Dow got to that discount imbalance. NASDAQ wicking off aggressively after clearing that sell side. Going up into this imbalance right here. So yeah, you want to see this act as a balanced price range right here. Extend that over. Yes sir, guys. J.I. Spun. That's what's up. Is there a pyramid setup on ES? I definitely wouldn't be pyramiding in a discount. That's for sure. Yeah, yeah, no. You only this would be the where my actual entry is. That would be a pyramid, because you're still in a premium. This would be the original entry that I called out real time, and then this would be the pyramid entry. You're not pyramiding when we get the whole way down here. I mean that's foolish. So yeah. Tracing to that 5-minute imbalance there, and it is 10:12. So yeah, I'm comfortable with sitting through a retracement. Obviously, there's a chance it could just stop here and then keep this SMT intact, and then, you know, stop me out at break even. But I mean, really, who even cares? Partials pay. But anyways, if I'm being honest, partials, I mean, partials have just, like, I don't know, they've definitely played a big role in my profitability, that's for sure. So even though it hasn't broke above this high here, you can still see the real-time sensitivity at this green line, which would be this imbalance right here. So yeah, for those who caught that breaker entry, let's do the math here. Essentially 4543. Damn. It's about 24 handles. Honestly, if I shorted here, I would have taken my full profit at 20 handles right there. I would have taken a pyramid entry right here. And then as soon as we get to that consequent encroachment of the wick here, boom, you're done. 24 handles in the bag. But as you guys saw, like I didn't even really want to take this entry. Like I did, but it's paper trading. I don't know. Paper trading is very important for learning, but I just don't like paper trading. I think it's whenever you're more versed and more experienced, I kind of just think it's a waste of time to paper trade, unless you're in my situation where you've already hit your profit target for the week with your live account, and then just to scratch the itch, you'll take a trade on paper trade. Even though this actually is a very high probability setup, so yeah, I'm not gonna go down that hole there, because then I'd just be regretting not signing into my live account, which, I mean, it's ridiculous whenever. Yeah, enough said on that. Yes, sir, Bob D. Love to hear that. I'm loving that you guys are actually listening to what I'm saying, and like the important parts, which is the not adding more risk when you don't need to, taking partials, don't take pyramids and discounts, like stuff like that. That's the stuff that really matters here, not the technicals. Like the technicals here, like breaker, imbalances, all that, that's the easy part. Everything that comes with trading outside of the technicals, that's the hard part. So yeah, this order block here, obviously you don't want to see it respect that, but so far it is. But yeah, beautiful respect to this old inefficiency, though, this inversion gap initially. But yeah, it may have just capped its down move here, honestly. It's going to hold this as a SMT with NASDAQ. See that? I wouldn't be surprised if we did that. No need for it to come back in here. This should act as a breakaway gap if it wants to continue lower. Let's go to the 15-minute. Once again, this support being found here, that's reasonable, because we worked midpoint of this large wick from the 8:30 hour. So that's, to me, that's reasonable. And then on the 5-minute time frame, you can see it also took the rejection block at the 8:30 opening. So a lot of discount arrays getting traded into. So yeah, good. So it'd actually be nice if it comes up and stops me out, because that'll really show you guys why partials are important. So if I didn't take that partial, I wouldn't have made that $400 at all, and I wouldn't even been able to move my stop into profit. So it's to me, in terms of continuing lower, the last line of the fence will be this black line here, honestly, which is, let's go back, this 1 hour gap right here. Right here. It's kind of hard to see probably because I got a lot going on. So boom, let's see how we act now that we traded into that with the 5 minute gap. And I forget who commented it, but this is also a good example of why you do not take pyramids in discounts. I've been there, done that when I was a newbie. I've done that. I've not taken partials when I should have, with greed purposes, and I've learned from it. So take a look at the NASDAQ quick. Okay, so we're tracing into the 15-minute imbalance. So there was the stop taken on ES. Probably shouldn't have flipped away from that. But yeah, partials pay. There you go. There's the lesson there. Obviously, this is paper trading, so I don't really care about, you know, only making $450 whenever I could have made $1,200. But look what look what happens once we traded to these discount arrays and had the SMT with NASDAQ. This down close candle order block, we had the change in state delivery, retraces to that. Retraces to that. It respects the low end of this old daily fair value gap. See that? And then propels higher. So, sorry guys. In my opinion, I would say just leave it alone at this point because, I mean, everyone who's in my stream, we already caught the setup here. Boom. Here to the buy side. And then the 930 Judah swing, boom. Go short on the breaker. Outline that real time within the imbalance. Pyramid entry here. Partial at the discount imbalance. And then we have a failure swing here, obviously. And it is 10:22. Damn, for some reason I don't want to end the stream. I don't even want to go into the weekend. I just want to keep outlining setups to everyone for free. I don't know why. I just But yeah, I think I'm going to have to end this. Yeah, I'm satisfied. I did everything I wanted to do today. I will probably announce whoever wins my entire week's worth of profits this weekend. I'll announce that probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. That's only for my private members, of course. Just a random selection of one person out of my private members. And then you have to have Apple Pay, though. If you don't have Apple Pay, I'll have to redraw. But anyways, have a great weekend, guys. And yeah, I might see. Oh shit! Hold on. Completely almost forgot. Don't leave yet. So next week, I actually won't be streaming every single day. Next week, I'm actually going back to Puerto Rico. Paid forward trading, of course. Obviously, it's my only income. But yeah, I'll be in Puerto Rico Monday through Wednesday, so you guys can expect me to only live stream Thursday and Friday then. So yeah. And Wick Oz, to answer your question, yes, I will. So yeah, everything that was needed to be said was said. Amazing morning here. Great profits for those who are watching my stream. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next week. Have a great weekend.